Hi everyone, it's Wendy again. Okay, last video for the night. Now this one is from Adults and Crafts, customized DIY craft kits delivered to your doors. I've got two of these. I believe they're July and August. And after the Pop Shop America fiasco of the last video, where I opened it up upside down, I'm not opening any more upside down. I will say I enjoyed that last kit. I just wish they would have put the lava rocks in a baggie. And hopefully by the time you see this next to last video, I still gotta find that one that I got and I haven't done yet. By the time I find that next kit, you'll that indoor s'mores maker will be sent to my niece. All right. Oh, Shibori and classic tie-dye kit. Ooh. Now there is a YouTube video for this. Looks gorgeous. All right. Shibori and classic tie-dye kit includes the dye, color fixative, a 20 by 20 inch color cotton dinner napkins, a tote bag, and all accessories needed to create a variety of stunning patterns. Shibori is a Japanese dyeing techniques that typically involves folding, twisting, or bunching cloth and binding it and then dyeing it indigo. These instructions will teach on multiple dyeing techniques, and there's plenty of extra dyes and fixatives to make many more projects. They suggest machine wash and dry the items before you dye them to remove any starchiness or anything that may interfere with the dyes. Do not get dye in eyes, skin, or clothing. Wear an old t-shirt and make sure to wear gloves. Okay. Now it talks about the techniques on how to do this. They do have a video that shows you how to create the unique dye patterns by folding using rubber bands, wood squares, and craft sticks with your fabrics. So there's the tote bag. Oh, that's a nice size tote bag. Let's see. It's got to be at least 15 by 15. So very nice size tote bag. Just dye. Nice kit to get your feet wet with. Okay, and then they got they've included the gloves and the popsicle sticks and the wood blocks. And actually it's kind of a laminate. They got, look at a whole bag of rubber bands. I don't know about you guys, but I'll buy a bag of rubber bands. And then when I go to use them, I can't find them. So I go out and buy another bag. And of course, then I find the first bag I bought. And then when I go to use them again, I can't find either bag. So I buy another one. Okay, so they give you the rubber bands. Let's see. I'm thinking they give you 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 6 napkins. They use Ritz dye, which is a very good dye. In fact, I use the Ritz color remover in the wash for white shirts and things like that. So they give you the indigo, which is and this is an all-purpose dye. And of course, you know, works on cotton, linen, rayon, silk, wool, and nylon. And it also talks about going to visit ritdye.com for detailed instructions and a library of over 500 color recipes. So you're not limited to just what's in this bottle. You can you know, put red with blue and get the color purple you want. They also have a color stay dye fixative, which is a laundry treatment and dyeing aid. Enhances color, increases color retention, and reduces bleeding. It reduces bleeding while simultaneously enhancing the color of your dye project. Can also be used on already dyed commercially manufactured fabrics. So if you have some fabric and it's, you know, and it gets wet and it comes, you might want to try this stuff. Use the sink or bucket method for maximum effectiveness. There's also a stovetop method. If you're doing on a small or partially dyed area, use the spray method. For larger items, use the wash. So there's several methods to use, and they give you directions on all of it. The only thing I would say, I wish they would have put these in a plastic bag. I mean, this is going to be a fun kit, and that's one I am probably going to do. Because once you learn the technique, and look at these patterns on here. These are just 3 samples. You know, you can do a whole bunch of other things. You know, cotton t-shirts. I mean, tie-dyeing, that's a classic thing. When I was young, yes, tie-dye and bell-bottom pants. I had a pair of pink hip-hugger bell-bottom pants. And I don't mean just little bells. I mean they were big bells. You know, I lived during that area and I remember this stuff. So, yeah. But to learn about a new craft, I love learning the backgrounds of the crafts I do. I can tell you all about paper quilling, which is the art of paper filigree. I can tell you about tatting and why they went from the needle, which is what they originally started with, to the shuttle. Crocheting, knitting, tea bag folding, 3D origami, paper origami. I've done that. So I like to learn about different techniques, especially when they're techniques that I know we've seen and we know how to do them. You know, tie-dyeing is fairly simple. You tie string or rubber bands around it in certain knots and it comes out a certain way. But this is, like they said, it is a Japanese dyeing technique, which means it's old. It's so a lot of the crafts that we do today are based on old techniques from other countries. Not to say that we haven't adapted them to make them Americanized, but we shouldn't take and just say, oh, we created tie-dyeing. No, we didn't. There's another culture that basically created it. Yes, they did it with a single color because they didn't have all the colors and dyes and things that we did. And of course, their colors were also a lot from nature, whereas we have a lot of chemicals that can bring in a lot of different colors in that. So, but yeah, I like crafts like this where I can learn a technique that's based on a old craft, basically. So yeah, that's one that's going to kind of stay with me. I got to make a pile of the ones that I want to do. Alright, now the next box, again, and I don't remember if that's July or August. Hold on here. Well, I can't tell what one is from. So one of these is, like I said, one of these is July and one of these is August. The reason why I'm doing this is to hide my camera. Okay. So let's see what we got in here. Now understand, these kits are different prices. I will put the price for the kit down in the description box below. Okay, woodworking. Hanging mirror shelf kit. Cool. It serves as a functional piece for jewelry and or accessories and will brighten up any room. Use it for keys and mail in the entryway or on a bathroom shelf to hold towels and toiletries. The screwdriver has 4 drill bits attached to it. It includes the screwdriver! Yay! They are held by magnets, so they may be a little difficult to get out. You may have to use pliers to remove them. Okay. There's also a neutral color paint, but feel free to get creative with other colors and flair you may have around the house. All right, so let's check this out. So we've got a baggie, okay. It's got our paintbrush. It's got folk art plaid paint in the color linen, which is a great neutral. Has some dowels. It has some cup hooks, which are what these white ones. I'll take it out here. In case you didn't know, these ones like this are called cup hooks. You got, I know there's a name for this nail and I can't think of it off the top of my head. And of course you got a Phillips head screws. And what is this tool too? I think it's, yep, E6000. It's either going to be E6000 or Gorilla Glue. I love the fact they put all this little stuff in a baggie. Here's the screwdriver. Yay! I got a screwdriver for my craft. I do have a kit with the screwdriver pliers and everything from IKEA my husband bought me. Okay, so here's the shelf and the mirror fits in the slot. Okay, not sure where that goes. Let me look here. Piece with the pre-drilled holes. Aha! Oh, I see. No, I don't see. Alright, countersunk opening. Okay, so this, according to the picture, this goes like this. So that your, oh, oops, need some sandpaper. It looks like this goes through to the back so that your mirror lays against it. And this is if you want to attach it to your wall permanently. You can use these nails. Otherwise, extra strength command strips. Alright. Let's see if the, looks like the mirror made it in. Yes. I will say this. I have some of this bubble wrap. Stuff a piece of bubble wrap. Great stuff. Because it sticks to yourself, you don't need to use tape. It sticks to it, so let's make sure the mirror's in one piece. I'm thinking it is. Okay. There, I got it kind of open so that the mirror can come out. And I don't think this is an actual glass mirror. You know, when mirrors were first made, they actually made them using mercury. They've also done dishes using mercury glass, what they call mercury glass. But looking at how they made mirrors a long time ago is very interesting. So yeah. So yeah, the mirror made it. And look at this. It's got these little feet here, so it won't, it has a little bit of wiggle room support for it. So now I'm going to try and put this back in here. This is a project I may have my husband do. For one thing, it won't take him that long. I'll tell him I'll give him the screwdriver as a reward. And then I'll abscond with it to my coffee. Okay. But this is the only thing about, I love the sticky bubble wrap. The only thing is sometimes it feels too sticky. Alright. So make sure that goes back in there. They packaged it well. Nothing happened to it. Even with the wood blocks on it, it didn't break. I mean, you got this in there that's kind of hard too. So, but this looks like a fun home decor craft to do. You know, something you could get and maybe have it, if you didn't want to do it, maybe an older child. You could do it with an older child. I would say 9 and up. So long as you help them with the hammer. Wash them with the E6000 glue. When you use E6000 glue, you should use it in a well-ventilated area. Take it outside if it's a nice enough day, or in your garage, you know, open up the door if it's raining out, so long as the rain's not coming in. But it talks about prepping. I would actually do some sanding on the edges here just to smooth them out. I don't know if you can see that, but they're a little rough. So I would just take a little bit of sandpaper to that. I like the fact that they give you a back for the mirror. So that's nice. And the slit is already pre-cut. You don't have to worry about that. So yeah, another nice kit. And like I said, I'll put the price for the 2 kits down in the description below. This is a nice project and a nice home decor project that's simple. I mean, it'd take you a couple hours to do, allowing for paint dry. And like they said, if you don't like the neutral, which was linen, you can paint it black or red, whatever color you want. So, okay, that's all the videos for now, until I can find that one I hid on myself. So, see you next time.